and welcome here to Talk FCB. And the first thing I'll say, guys, very quickly is, this is one result, it's one bad game, a very, very bad game, a poor performance. But, let's move on, let's talk about it, let's analyse it, and then let's just move on. I don't want to see this lingering over the club now until our next game. We've got to look on, we've got to look at the positives, we've got to take those into the next game, and we've just got to get over it. We've lost the game, we've got to get used to that. As I said before, with Barcelona, it's always about win, 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 but we've got to accept that's not going to be the case, anymore. There's always going to be games that are going to be tough, and it's a long season, so let's come in here and let's get over it. And the second thing that I wanted to say is, either support Luis Enrique and support Barcelona, or get out. It's that simple. I'm pretty sick now of being on Twitter and on the internet and seeing basically the treble-winning fans. And I think a lot of people know what I mean by that. It's basically the supporters, or the fans as they call themselves, that basically supported our club throughout the Pep Guardiola era, when we were dominant in European and world football. They loved the club then when we were winning, absolutely loved it when the trophies were flowing, it was brilliant. Now we're not doing so well. They're the first to criticise Luis Enrique, to criticise the players, and quite frankly, if you are going to do that, and if you are only in it for the glory, then just get out. Because we're a club who's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to get us back to the top. We saw last season under Tata Martino, things didn't happen. To go without a trophy for the whole season, things are pretty bad. I don't expect it to be that bad this season, but don't expect us to be winning the treble or the double or anything like that. This season is simply about getting back on our feet and fighting. Maybe we'll win the league, maybe we'll win the Copa, or maybe we'll win the Champions League. We're not going to win all three. It's not a possibility, in my opinion. I don't think we're strong enough to do it this season. We're still a rebuilding process. Luis Enrique is still trying to put his own tint on things, and it's coming together slowly. But you can't rush things. In football at the moment, everything needs to be immediate. You need to have massive impact straight away. There's no consistency in football at the moment. Managers are getting hired, fired and sacked within months, and it's getting ridiculous. So all I will say is, if you can't support us when we win, the treble, and you want to support us then, that's fine. But then if you can't support us when we lose, then get out, because you're not a fan. You're not a fan of the club, you're a fan of the success. And if you're a fan of the success, you just as well follow Pep Guardiola to Bayern Munich, because they're going to have a very good season. So if you want some trophies and you want some glory, then you can follow him there, and I'm sure you can catch up with him and you'll be great at Bayern Munich. We don't want you here. If you're going to come in here and be negative about our club, and you're going to slate Luis Enrique and the tactics and the board and the manager and the players and the fans, we don't want that. We're here to support the club, we're here to be positive, we're here to try and make them easier to get through things and just support them. It's even bigger when a team loses to get behind them. It's easy to support a team when they win, it's easier to get behind them when they win, but when they lose it's very difficult, and that's when you see the true fans. You see the true fans when we go down to Real Madrid, get outplayed by them, and then there's those that stand up and say, you know what, we'll be back. And that's what we will be. We will be back. We're not a club that stays down for long. Luis Enrique will be in training tomorrow morning, he'll be up all night, he'll be looking at the tactics, he'll be watching replays thinking, how can I improve this? And he will. He's that type of manager that will sit down tonight and he'll be racking his brains on solutions to these problems, because there are problems. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that we've got big problems, but we can get through them. And all I will say is, support us now, because the success will come. How quickly? I don't know. It may take months, it may take years, but I don't really care. I'm a fan of Barcelona. I'll stick by Barcelona whether we go down to the Liga Adelante, whether we get relegated. I really don't care. I'm not in it for the success, and if you are in it for the success, then get out. We don't need you at our club. We don't want you at our club, and we will rise again without you, because this team is on its way up. It's a rebuilding process. The confidence needs to be rebuilt from last season. The players need to gel. Luis Suarez needs to gel. Luis Enrique, of course, is still a young manager, let's not forget. He's still trying different things. We have to get behind them, and if you're not going to do that, get out. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your opinions below. Try and keep them positive. Try and get over this result now. It's done. It's over. Let's get over it. Let's move on to the next game. Thanks for watching, guys, and Visca al Barça.